Hello guys, hope you're all having a great day. I had a comment on one of my recent videos about delivery insurance, which I thought was quite a good comment, quite a good question to answer. So I just want to get into that and answer some of the questions within the comment. I feel like I've already answered it in some videos before, but it'd be quite good to get the answer out there in one single video to help some people out. So the comment is from Miss Rossi. Hi Martin, have you any tips about setting up as self-employed and working within the Hmrc guidelines? I currently have a full-time job with a 1257L tax code, but I'm worried that if I start doing food delivery on my days off, it will affect my full-time gig and create issues with my tax code, HMRC, etc. I apologise if you already made a video about this. Feel free to tell me to watch it. Well, I'd say I think I've spoken about it in some videos before, but let's make a new video just for you. The first thing you obviously need to do is phone up the HMRC and tell them that you will be self-employed. This won't affect your job at the start in any way, but what will probably happen, and what has happened before when I've been self-employed and employed at the same time, I don't know what you probably don't know this, but I used to work as a DJ and I was a restaurant manager as well. So my DJ money was all self-employed, my restaurant manager money was all employed income. So what happened in that instance is that I called them up, I got my UTR number, which you're going to need. That's a unique taxpayer reference number. I then so I've registered as self-employed. What you then need to do is tell your employer as well, and probably what's going to happen is that it is going to affect your tax code. You'll probably be put on what's known as a BR tax code, or a basic rate tax code. So then what's probably going to happen is that your employer is going to start taking a basic 20% rate across all of your income as an employee. So that means, say for example, if you're earning £2,000 a month in your employed job, for example, just to make the maths easy, they're going to take the 20% tax straight off. So you're going to pay like £400 per month. Now obviously cash flow wise this can become a little bit tricky, but you're not going to be paying any tax throughout the year, at least on your self-employed gig economy earnings. So at the end of the year, come April, when the financial year ends, or whenever you want to do it up until the deadline, which is the end of October, you need to do a self-assessment. So when you perform that self-assessment, they're going to ask you a lot of questions, most of them not relevant to you, but the most pertinent questions to you are going to be how much money have you made in your self-employment, and how much money have you made from employment. And then they're going to ask how much tax you've paid from your employed job, and then they're going to calculate how much you owe. Now if you've overpaid on tax, which you probably would have done if you paid a basic rate of tax, unless you earn absolutely millions, loads of money, not millions, but a high amount of money in your self-employment, they're going to say you've already paid too much tax. Apologies if I'm about to repeat myself, but I have just gone off and done a few deliveries, but I want to come to the end of this video. So yeah, if you've overpaid in tax, basically what's going to happen is you will get a tax rebate. Now this is something that I used to quite like when I was self-employed and employed, because I'm not very good at saving, and it ended up being quite a good little saving scheme. So a few times I ended up with like £1,500, which then I put towards my debts or holiday, etc, etc. So yeah, basically what will happen if you're employed and self-employed at the same time, you need to register yourself as self-employed with the HMRC. Tell your employer you'll probably be put, if it's anything like my experience, be put on a basic rate tax code or a BL tax code. You'll then start paying 20% basic tax on all of your income from your employed job. which will give you a pot of tax basically that you've already paid, so that when you come to report your self-employed income, either you will have little or no tax to pay, or you'll probably have a rebate. I hope that's answered your questions. If you've got any other questions about starting off in deliveries, then please pop them down in the comments down below as well. But it's been a long time since I started, and I do like to put content out there for newbies as well. So yeah, pop your comments down below. I hope that's answered your question, and good luck delivering. Oh, one major piece of advice I need to give you at the moment is that if you are planning on starting doing this, especially if you're planning on doing any daytime hours, I would highly suggest that you get more than one app. So I would highly suggest that you get, well, ideally Deliveroo, Uber and Just Eat, and if you can get any other streams of income as well, that would help as well. But yeah, any other questions, pop them in the comments. But yeah, good to hear your question.